Welcome to the best Commander podcast in the world.
Today we're going over budget bombs, but this time it's only commanders.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
And I'm your host, BZ, coming at you with another episode of the greatest Commander podcast in the world. This time we are doing the best commanders. And if you like this podcast or you're watching on, listening on Google, Spotify, Tunes Premium, you can subscribe to whatever you're listening to.
Classic Spotify Tunes Premium.
Whatever you're listening to. It's going to be great. What do we got for them today?
$1 commanders in our category. I saw that. Budget bombs.
Budget bombs. Who's first? On the first couple I grouped the Dragon's Maze idiots together. Now, the first one is Varal's the Scar Striped. He's 3 mana for a 2/2, and you can sacrifice a creature to regenerate him. But creatures in your graveyard have scavenge, equal to their mana cost.
So you play things like Death Shadow in this deck. I like to make him a big fatty.
Oh, yeah. Phyrexian Dreadnought, Death Shadow. You go for commander damage kill. He's really good. He's a free sack outlet, and he won't die to board wipes. This card's pretty sweet. For just $1, in terms of, I'm looking to power up my deck, or I'm trying to build a budget deck, and I don't want to shell out big money for one of these stupid clickbait commanders. These are your guys.
He's really cheap. I mean, these are all really cheap. And this guy, like you said, free sack outlets are nothing to scoff at.
No, free sack outlets are one of the best things you can do in Commander.
Does he put on, 6 regeneration shields if he keeps sacking a bunch of creatures?
Depends. I don't know. How would he keep dying?
I'm just saying, it's just silly.
Yeah, the next time. This turn.
Next 6 times he would die.
This turn. They go away.
Yeah. Regeneration is one of the worst mechanics ever. It's real bad.
Yep. It does not read well or play well or anything. It removes from combat. So ignore that. Who's next?
Varel of the whole clad.
Played?
No. She's the whole clad.
Played?
The whole entire clad.
What does he do?
Tap it to pay green, blue, tap it to double counters.
Cynic counters, but you can do it on enchantments, you can do it on lands, you can do it on whatever you want.
Yeah, but
except for planeswalkers.
Yep, you can't do it on planeswalkers. It's specifically worded to not be on planeswalkers.
Good. This would not be $1 if it did that.
I don't even know. It might still be $1.
No chance. No chance.
Yeah, people go crazy for the doubling planeswalkers.
People go crazy for commanders because they're under $1, and then that buffs them up to above $1. How does anyone ever play the format 1DH, where every card in your deck has to be $1 or less? I think it's because that format goes by because they have to if the card was ever below $1.
What?
Or if within a certain period, or they take a price point snapshot 2 weeks after a set comes out, and then whatever's under $1, I don't know.
That sounds like a lot of work.
The format sounds horrible no matter how you do it.
Yeah, I don't like that. No. Doesn't sound good at all.
Doesn't sound great. Rurik Thar is the next Dragon's Maze idiot. He's 6 mana for a 6/6. He's got Vigilance, and he's got Reach. He has to attack. And whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, he just deals 6 damage to him. No big deal.
Yeah. Being forced to attack can give him the problem of maybe he runs in and dies.
If you have 3 opponents, I don't think you're going to have a problem with it. Especially if you include things like vehicles and stuff to just tap him down. So he doesn't have to get into combat.
Put him in the Smuggler's Copter.
Yeah, maybe don't even tackle the Smuggler's Copter. Just tap him down, and then you're fine.
It's so stupid. You can put the big, giant, 2-headed guy who's forced to
we can't go past Flavor Fails again.
Yeah.
But he punishes Storm. He's really cheap. These are all just 50-cent cards. This is really punishing card if they can't kill it. If you can protect it with stuff like, maybe you just want to go Blossoming Defense, Veil of Summer.
How's a mono blue deck ever beating this?
I've played a mono blue deck against this. You don't beat it.
Yeah.
You take 6 damage, rapid hybridization it, draw a bunch of cards, then they play it again, and you're like, oh.
Well,
now I can't. Now I'll take 12 damage to kill it?
Maybe.
It feels real bad.
If you kill it.
No, yeah, that's not a place you want to be as the blue-red Storm deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously the deck itself has almost no creatures in it, or almost no spells in it.
Yeah, except for your Blossoming Defense and whatever else you just put in it.
Probably some creature version of that.
Is there a creature version of
There's
those
creatures
guys?
that ETB and give your guys hexproof. Pretty sure.
Things are blue. I'm sure they exist.
I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head.
Yeah, me either. There's not.
But let's read the next one.
Malik. Sounds weird. It sounds like
it's the first part of Melik Alikimakov.
Does it sound like Malik? Melik, is it? Paragon.
It is.
Is it Paragon?
It is.
Oh, it is a Paragon. Okay. can't you play the top card of your library if it's you can look at the top card of your library. If it's an instant sorcery, you can play it. If you do play it from the top of your library, copy it.
Copy it. Uncounterable copy. I mean, in the sense that if your regional spell gets countered, they still have to counter the copy.
Yeah, which that's called a 2-for-1 where I come from.
That is called 2-for-1. All your cheap draw spells, all your brainstorm effects, your frantic searches, and your whatnots, and just get a super ton of mega.
Brainstorm's insane in this deck.
I've seen. This is a budget storm deck. If you want to storm off, but you can't afford Mizzix of the Niv Magus or whatever, or Niv Mizzet, Perun, then maybe just go for this and focus on stacking the top cards of your library, and then you can go off with frantic search. And there's really cheap rituals.
Doesn't even feel like Niv Mizzet is a storm deck. I've played it. It just feels like it's a get one of 3 cards.
It's a combo deck.
Yeah, it's a combo deck where
you can play a Niv Mizzet storm deck.
You can, but why bother?
You just pay 1 mana for curiosity also.
Yeah, exactly. And then you win the game. It's like, okay.
Who's next? My turn. Mael, the Anima. 2/3 for 3. Pay 6 and tap it. Look at the top 5 cards in your library. You can put a fatty from among them into play for free.
The reason I haven't been reading Power Toughness on these is because most of them don't matter for Power Toughness, really.
It's if anything, mana cost is a thing. Yeah, it's just, Melik is a 6 mana 2/4.
Yeah, it's like, doesn't matter.
What we're just saying, this is a commander for the deck you want to build. This is Naya Fatties. Your Eldrazi, whatever Eldrazi you open in booster packs. Any big, there's so many Timmy cards that are nothing. They're not expensive at all.
Ulamog's Crusher is super cheap.
Trastodon. That card's very good, and it's like less than $1.
Yeah, that card is
there's plenty of cards like that. You just cheat them in, have a great time.
I like when you can Trastodon and or just blow up like some of your tokens, and you just
upgraded some of your stuff, and you made 18 power.
Yeah, you just made 18 power for.
That's not too bad.
1 activation of Mael.
Oh, they're gonna destroy Mael? Well, you respond to a board wipe, or you respond to a single target removal spell. Hit Trastodon. We'll just kill Mael. I think it hits non-creatures though. Change Mael into an artifact, remove the type creature, and then just destroy it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Does that sound hard
Easy
to you?
peasy. I mean, Anaya does that every day. That's your big fatties deck.
Coming in next, Talrand, Sky Summoner. This is a mono blue spells deck.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it already in our ranking of your commander. We'll touch on it a little bit. It's just it's overhyped, but this is a very good spells commander.
Spells, counterspell specifically.
Yes.
You just play this, hold the counterspell back up.
Or card draw, even.
And just keep making a bunch of duders.
Once you make 3 Drakes, you're blocking forever, and you can just start chipping away at them.
And could you imagine how many bad albums you would have after making 3 Drakes?
You'd have at least 3 bad albums.
No, at least 70.
Oh, 3 artists named Drake, who then all make a normal amount of albums?
Yes.
It's infinite.
It's infinite, and everyone would love it.
Everyone would just...
This is so good. It's generic garbage.
All right. So this is our anti-Drake podcast. Although I feel like could almost do that too. It was anti-Drake podcast or Commander podcast.
Yeah, we could just talk about how much we don't like Drake the whole time. Drake and Josh specifically.
I love that show.
Hate you, Drake Bell.
Doesn't age super well, but I like that show.
I don't know if it ages well at all.
Yeah.
With all the Oprah references, how relevant is how relevant is Oprah nowadays? All right, we're soft topic. What's the next one?
Sharum, the Hegemon. 6 mana for a beefy Sphinx. When it enters, you can return an artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you want to fill up your graveyard, or play a super budget combo deck. Cards like these make me want to make like a $10 EDH deck, where we just take the time and we just say, do you have $10? You can build this EDH deck.
Quick combo with this. This isn't a super cheap combo per se.
This is easy.
Easy combo. You have Sharum, Phyrexian Metamorph,
And any payoff.
You win the game.
Yep, you win. You can also use Sculpting Steel. Any artifact that will enter as a copy of Sharum, causing the legend rule to make you sacrifice either Sharum. Now the new ETB will trigger after you check state-based actions, bringing back the copy of the Sharum or the original Sharum, whatever. Do it infinitely. Blood Artist, any sort of ETBs.
It's one of those works because of the legend rule, how they want the legend rule to work.
Yeah, because didn't you... I don't know. It's cool. It's fine. It's an artifact deck. We're trying to represent all decks here for budget stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot.
As many as we can.
We have so many archetypes.
Let's just take a break to say that there's so many commanders that are not $1. There's just more than $1.
There's a lot. And
this is the vast majority of actual playable commanders under $1.
like, there's still more playable commanders.
There's
I'm
more, but
sure
this
we're
is the
missing.
vast majority.
Yeah.
There's so many where I'm like,
we didn't-
oh, Brago, that's $1. No, it's $4. Oh, Edric, that's... I checked like a website. It said like this is one of the best $1 commanders. Like it's $5.
Yeah.
Like screw you for wanting to play Magic. These cards are all more than $1.
Not this one, though. Not Tatiova. Benefic Druid. It's a 5-mana 2/2. Whenever a land hits the battlefield, you gain a life. And draw a card.
Ah!
Oh, it's
We talked about this. Talked about this on our creatures version of Budget Bombs. So I don't know how in depth we need to go in. As a commander, it can be a storm commander. It could be a ramp storm commander. It can just be a value generator.
It can just be a ramp commander.
You can play the Talrad game and just counter everything. Play your Growth Spirals and Explorers.
This is a deck where you can just play Tatiova, ramp, and like Ulamog type things. Where it's like
You can just play 3 cards.
So all of my ramp turns into draw spells, and then I just cast a big fatty.
Fetch lands are just completely absurd. Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, Myriad Landscape, all that. Harrow, everything is just... This card goes insane. This might be the best one on the list. If it weren't for the next one on our list, Azami, Lady of Scrolls, 5 mana for a 0/2. Wizards you control have tap. Draw a card.
No,
Tap an untapped wizard you control. Draw a card.
that's way better.
That's the way better version.
Yeah, it's way better than because if the Wizards had the ability, if they're summoning tick, they wouldn't be able to do it. Azami comes out and she just says, "This is an ability. There is no tap symbol.
You cannot stop me from drawing a card once it hits the field.
Yeah, tap an untapped wizard, so she can tap herself.
That's her ability.
It's so good. It's so
It
strong.
is ridiculous. Go to kill it, 2 for 1 you. Go to board wipe, draw 6 cards. Wizard Tribal, combos with Mind Over Matter to draw your whole deck. If you really want to do that. You can just play a solid control deck with
Some
it.
people-
You can even just do untapped shenanigans with it.
Mind Over Matter is like a $15 card, so
Yeah, so maybe
Not
you're not
going
playing
in-
that in your Budget Bombs deck.
it's not going in your budget bombs deck.
We should make a deck using only Budget Bombs from the podcast we talked about.
Maybe we can just do that next week.
Just
budget-
keep the Budget Bomb train rolling, baby.
The budget bomb deck.
The Budget Bomb deck. Wow. Whew. That's cool.
Slowbad, Goblin Tinkerer. Go ahead and give this one a read, Beezy.
It's a cheap little guy that lets you sacrifice an artifact to make an artifact indestructible.
Free sack outlet.
Artifact deck. Can't afford your Durettis and everything? Get this. Can't afford your big, ridiculous stacks payoffs? Go for this.
So you can get 4 Slowbads for the price of one already.
I'll take slow bat every time if I'm on a budget bomb, balling on a budget bomb, baby.
Balling on a budget bomb.
That's the title of our next podcast.
Balling on
episode. Balling on a budget bomb.
It's horrible.
It's pretty bad.
And it's got great lore. Not that matters for the fact
Slow
that
bat's awesome. Was a planeswalker. We've talked about these characters a lot because they every commander we've talked about at least a little bit.
I mean, we will
We will have talked about every commander.
in the near future.
I mean, honestly, maybe we hit them all. The top ones are popular ones that we've probably talked about before.
Yeah, almost every one of them. At least the top
95%.
That's fair. So next we got Zeta, Hedron Grinder.
Zada?
Zeta.
Come on.
Zada,
That was
Zeta,
easy. It's
Hedron.
only 4 letters.
Grinding
What
Hedrons.
did she do besides eat? Who did she eat?
Tuk Tuk.
Tuk Tuk. What did she do besides that? What did she do elsewise?
Whatever you cast an instant sorcery that targets Zada, copy it for each creature you control.
Copy them all. Any red instant or sorcery that says draw a card, you're storming off. You're playing Storm. You can make probably a bunch of mana. You pump all your creatures. You can go in wide with tokens. You can go goblins. This lets you do a million different things. And I love that they keep reprinting it because that keeps it under $1.
You can also what was the pump spell that Scryed won from like Theros?
Titan Strength.
Titan Strength. You can Titan Strength.
+2/+1. Scry 1 10 times.
Yeah, it's just really
Deal 30 damage.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
This card's real. It's actually one of the better ones on here.
It's one of the best mono red commanders. Legitimately.
For sure. It's top 3. I don't know. I'm thinking Perforos. I'm thinking this. And I'm thinking maybe something else that comes up on our list. There's 4 or 5 mono red commanders that are really good. I think the rest are just like whatever. Because they're mostly old cards.
It's tough to mono red is just a tough archetype as it is. You need a commander to carry you.
That's tough not to crack. We've talked about mono red a little bit before.
That's what she said.
Yes, it is. Next.
Su Yoon, the Silent Tempest. This is the weird Jeskai guy that before they gave us a spell slinger commander, this was your only option for spell slinging in Jeskai.
He's a 3 mana 3/2. He's got prowess, and then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can pay Boros Hybrid, so 2 mana, and he gets double strike. He's got prowess and double strike, and he already has 3 power. This dude hits hard.
He does. And he's a Buddhist guy.
Let's say you have 3 mana and you Titan Strength. We're just going to use stupid Titan Strength, because whatever. Cast Titan Strength. He becomes a 4/3. Then it resolves. You scry 1, whatever. He becomes a 7/4 double strike when you pay 2 mana. He just deals 14 damage.
Titan Strike is +3/+1.
Yeah.
So he'd be a 5.
He has 3 power.
He's a 3/2. Oh, I was thinking he was a 3/3.
Gains 4 power.
You're right.
7 power.
No, you're
double
right.
strike. 14 damage for this stupid random spell that you cast. God forbid you play another spell and then you just kill somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
Cantrips, pump him.
This is a very easy 2-hitter, which is good because it's hard to get a 2-hit in EDH.
For budget? This
Especially
is
for
laughably easy 2-hitter, and it's very possible 1-hitter.
This is a, what we would call a, what would you call it?
I mean, it's some sort of
Budget bomb! That's what I would call it.
scaring the listeners of the podcast who can't see it coming.
Savala, Explorer, Return.
This card is awesome.
This is a 3-mana, tap it, parlay. Parlay means everyone reveals the top card of your library. For each non-land, you gain a life and get a green mana.
Yes. And then
Everyone puts those cards.
everybody draws a card.
Everyone puts that card.
It can be Group Hug. It can be Mana Ramp. It can be Elf Ball. It can be combo with... I know the old decks used to play Paradox Engine. This deck was happy to play stupid stuff like Paradox Engine where you just keep doing it.
Yeah, they can't Paradox Engine anymore.
You can't quite, but maybe Aetherflux Reservoir. Gaining the life off the activations? Maybe you can do something with that.
You gain so much life off that activation.
That's pretty sweet. I think she's really cool. I know 2 years ago, one of our local game stores ran a Commander tournament, and a Savala deck won. And I'll always remember that for some reason.
Wait, what store?
I can't say. I don't want to shout out any stores without getting paid for it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm holding out.
I didn't even know that had happened. That's weird that you remember that.
I don't know why. I was just like, good for her. Savala's sweet.
Good for Savala,
Good
not
for
the person
her.
playing the deck.
I don't care who that was. Doesn't matter to me.
Next, we have Zurgo, Helm Smasher. This man smashes helms. He's a 7/2.
Yeah. He's
when
a 7/2, dies to shock.
Yeah, on your turn, he's indestructible.
Has haste.
Yeah, he has 7/2 haste. 7 indestructible on your turn. That's it. I think that's actually it. Maybe when he destroys maybe when a creature
Dies to him. He gets
there was another
not
one.
super relevant, but this guy is going to smash face.
Because now he dies to lightning strike.
Right, now he'll die to lightning bolt instead of just shock. Your opponent's going to have to invest in a better magic card
Not even
to
more
kill
mana.
him this time. He dies to anything, but the joke is you board wipe on your turn and then you attack for free. So
He works really well with board wipes. That is definitely
he
true.
wants you to play 5 or 6 board wipes in your deck.
Yeah, just
Day
like
of Judgment, Wrath of God, just cheap ones to just boop, clear the blockers, get you. And you got to have ways to protect him. Not Teferi's protection, maybe Eerie Interlude. That's a budget way to protect him. Boros Charm. You got to keep him in the game because he's so weak and he's pretty expensive.
you could put in
It's 5 mana to start.
put your Sunforgers in this deck.
Rootborn Defenses, Sunforger, Lapse of Certainty. Those are all things to consider.
You and your Lapse of Certainty.
I think it's very cute.
Cute is the right word
It's
for
better
it.
than Mana Tithe.
Yeah,
It's hard to be worse than Mana Tithe.
Well, Mana Tithe is an actively bad magic card.
I said it more succinctly. Move on.
No, you didn't.
Jaleva. Whenever she enters the battlefield, each player exiles the top X cards of her library, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast Jaleva. So the first time it'll be 4, then 6, then 8. This commander is always worth casting because it gets you more things. And then when she attacks, you can cast one of those cards exiled with her for free.
It's random that if you make her cost less, you get less cards. If you reduce her cost by I don't know, like
Omniscience. Cast it for free. Get nothing.
Night Familiar, whatever that thing's called.
Nightscape Familiar?
Nightscape Familiar, yeah.
Helm of Obedience? Helm of Awakening? Not Helm of Obedience.
You get less cards. Not that it's important. But
This card
you just
is...
do.
This card saw CEDH play for a while. It's actually really good.
It's an extremely strong card. I
You
mean,
pack your deck. You can pack your deck full of expensive spells if you want, but you can just play Grixis Value, steal their stuff, and eventually or give this haste, your Lightning Greaves, get something for free. I'll take a free Expropriate on turn 5.
this is an extremely, extremely good. Like, you want to talk about the deck where you actually want boots? This is the deck where you actually want boots.
This is a boots deck. This is front runner for balling on a budget bombs, because that would be sweet to look at.
She's so good.
She's super strong.
I mean, some of these are like, hey, you want to play a worse version of another commander? This is like, hey,
So this is its own deck
you want to play a really, really good deck?
of cast expensive instant or sorceries. Like, okay,
Yeah.
do
one's
this.
Super good.
Yeah, do this.
Next, we got a Spiria Supreme Judge.
I love this commander so much,
Why?
but the art is so good that it makes me want to love this card. And the effect is cool. I don't think this card's very good, though. It's 6 mana for a 6/4 flyer, which is good. Whenever a creature attacks you, draw a card.
Yeah.
The problem is, no one's going to attack you unless you're dead.
It's gonna.
So you need to watch out. You have to somehow protect this. But it's 6 mana. If this was a 1 mana 1/1.
Is it a May? Why's it gotta be a May? I was hoping someone could attack you with a bunch of like 0/1 plants to like kill
Avengers Zendikar plants kill you.
Yeah.
Or just play a land, then attack with the Zendikar plants and kill you anyway. I don't know.
It's funnier my way.
I love this card. There's just not many ways to even force them to attack in white and blue. There's ways to stop them from attacking. That was the detain colors.
Is there any way to force them to attack?
I can't think of very many.
I can't think of one.
Red is the color you want for that. Or green or something. I mean, there is the card that goads, but you can't goad them because it attacks a different player.
Yeah, goad doesn't work.
I just don't know what you're supposed to do with this, but I love the card, so here it is.
I feel like goad should be able to make them attack you. I always felt that way, and I still feel that way.
Comment if you have an Spiria deck that works, and how you get people to attack you.
You just go, come on, idiots.
You baby.
You literally goad them yourself. You don't use the ability goad.
Manual goad.
Yeah, manual goad.
This next card's actually really good, and I think it's on the levels of Jaleva. Joe Cherries is going to read it.
I don't want to read it.
You're going to.
You can't make me.
Do it or you're off the podcast.
Sindri, Galvanic Genius. She calls Esper for a 2/2. Pay a blue. Target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power toughness equal to its converted mana cost until end of turn. You can pay a white and a black to give target artifact Death Touch and Lifelink.
Artifact creature.
Artifact creature. Yeah, that's
which doesn't matter because she turns artifacts into artifact creatures.
And also,
you play common cards to play with this are cards like Caltrops that says whenever a creature attacks you, this artifact deals 1 to that creature. So you say, response to the triggers, make it creature, give it Lifelink Death Touch, destroy all attacking creatures that are attacking me, which translates to your opponents have brains and eyes, so they will just not attack you.
Unless you go,
you idiot! You couldn't even attack me with that Emrakul.
Coward.
Coward. This card is really cool. I think it's really strong. The abilities are cheap and relevant, and you can destroy
I like playing
any Moxen.
Know what a cute budget card to put in this? Stephanin.
Ooh.
It just turns your Stephanin into a little...
I wonder if that's just a good card in this deck.
Tap, destroy target creature, tap, destroy target creature, tap, destroy target creature.
Any pinger like that. There's probably cheaper ones that don't draw a card.
Yeah, they're probably
pretty sweet. I like stuff like that, though. Stephanin is such a budget card. It's a good budget card. It makes me happy with how much of a Salt of the Earth budget awesome card that is.
It is, and it just it gives you a nice Phyrexian Arena for 6 mana.
6 mana Phyrexian Arena? You're pinging off all the X1s. You're taking control of the game. For sure. Pay 2 mana, gain 1 life. I'm in.
How do you not win the game?
I'm all in. Although pay 2 mana, destroy target creature, gain 1 life starts to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually good.
And it becomes a 6/6. You just attack for 6 if you want. Gain 6 life and not destroy a creature.
Yeah.
Okay. This is another good one.
Yeva, Nature's Herald. This is a 4/4 with flash for 4 mana, and it's mono green. Mono green commander.
Mono green.
Your green creatures have flash, and she has flash.
Super strong ability. Threaten to combo off. Threaten to make an aggressive alpha strike. Leave your board empty. Just ramp the crap out of your board state and then just go pass.
Yeah.
Your opponents are going to know what's up, but if you have enough mana, even if they counter it, you can go like, all right, flash it in again.
Just keep flashing in. You get this to go.
I like this card a lot. This card is very good. It's definitely one of the better ones on this list.
Yeah, it's up. It's probably in the top like 5 or 6.
It's a strong elf ball commander. I don't know how much else to say about it. Better elf ball commanders have elf ball ramp creatures on tap shenanigans, but this is a strong one for even just a big fatties deck.
Usually the better ones just have the payoff too, like Tesslar.
Azuri, Tessiger, some infinite mana outlet.
It's like, yeah, Tessiger.
She just gives you speed.
Yeah, it's like you don't really need the speed when you have something like Tessiger. But regardless of that, this card's awesome. I mean, giving you all your stuff flashes just makes everyone play at the end of the opponent to your right's turn.
It gives you, it lets you take your turn whenever you want.
Yeah, which is always going to be at the end of your opponent to your right's turn.
At the beginning of player 3's turn of your player 4. Next on our list,
how much was it?
Tesslar, the Golden Fang. He's a 6 mana 4/5, but he has Delve. It lets you pay 4 mana, mill 2, and then an opponent gets to choose a card, an online card in your graveyard, and you get it back to your hand.
Oh, I didn't
let's talk about this deck. Tessiger expert who plays this deck.
There's a bajillion ways you can play Tesslar.
Talk about the applications. Talk about the political applications.
The political applications are you you hold up an activation, with a bunch of mana, somebody plays, I don't know, let's say Expropriate. The Expropriate's on the deck. You can go, okay, activate it, target the player not Expropriate. Would you like to give me back Counterspell? Thanks.
Well, yes, I would like to give you back Counterspell. Free Counterspell. Yeah. Just stop yourself from losing the game. Stop the game from ending.
Yeah, it has a lot of political applications. Again, like I said, there's
infinite mana, combo applications. You're in the 3 best colors in Commander. Mid-range applications.
Tesslar is just a very, very, very good commander. The fact that this commander always costs 1 mana, super relevant.
In budget, let's say he always costs 3. It's going to be harder. You're still playing Frantic Search. You can play Satyr Wayfinder, Grizzly Salvage off the top of my head instead of Fetchlands.
You're still going to end up paying mostly 1 mana for him.
He's really good. Commander Text is a joke with this card. It's a joke.
There's just so many budget ways to put cards in your graveyard. Even Thought Scours. It's that card is so playable in decks like this. It's so good. And Mental Note, you just play both of those. All right, it's just they cycle, add 3
mana to your mana pool later. Draw a card. Okay.
They end up being rituals for you.
I'll take a ritual. Sure, why not? Kemba, Ka Regent. This is a very uncomfortable card to look at because she has weird cat boobs.
So sexual. Oh my god, it's so uncomfortable.
She's 3 mana for a 2/4. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 2/2 cat token for each equipment attached to her. I don't like her cat boobs, but there's applications in mono white. There's infinite cat equipment. This is probably one of the better ones.
I mean, there's so... I can't even tell you if I made this list right now, I would not have put this list card on there because I just don't care about it. I don't care. It could be really good. It could be the best version of itself. I don't care.
I was going to put Balan, who I just double-checked the price of, because I was like, that card's $1, right? No. $9. $9.
Yeah, because
screw you.
It doesn't have weird
That's
cat
the
boobs.
best cat equipment without cat boobs card you could play. But this is the best uncomfortable cat boobs commander legal in the format.
I would say that's true.
That's just true.
Though, I don't know.
What?
Miri has pretty uncomfortable cat boobs too.
Oh, but Miri's such a cool character. Yeah, what does Kemba do?
Yeah, but I know we said the best you could play. Miri's kind of
Miri's actually pretty good. All right.
Brian Stoutarm.
We will not play
We cannot play Braun Strowman's theme because WWE will steal our money.
We just wanted to donate to them. We didn't want to lose money.
Yeah,
that was our plan all along.
We literally got. They took
demonetized.
Demonetized. All the money that's made on that video goes to WWE now.
We help fund WWE.
Yeah, they're making money off of one of our videos because we played Braun Strowman's theme in it.
Go watch that video, click on all the ads, make WWE some money. He's a 4/4 lifelink, and he lets you fling creatures, therefore gaining life equal to the flung creatures.
Our nickname for him is Braun Strowman because it's the same.
It's the same sounds.
It's the same name.
It's honestly the same name.
I mean, he's Brian Strongarm, and Braun Strowman is strong man.
Strong man, yeah.
It's okay. Great names.
This card's fine. It's Boros, so you can't do a ton. But if you want to play Boros Fatties, it's here for you. And I don't know what else we could say about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's good for... This is the active treason deck also.
Yes, it is the active treason deck. It's always steal the best creature in play, fling it.
Yeah, steal it.
Attack with it, fling it.
Steal, attack, fling it. Steal, attack, fling it. That's what this deck's whole goal is.
That doesn't sound like drawing cards are ramping to me.
I mean, I'm not saying the deck is good. I'm just saying
it's a thing.
This card is not good. No way.
I thought it was cool.
This card's bad.
Silumgar the Drifting Death. It's a 6 mana, 3/7 with hexproof and flying. And when it attacks, whenever a dragon attacks, your defending player's creatures gets -1/-1.
This card sucks.
No, it's cool.
This card's
You can Voltron it. Budget, Dimir Voltron.
This card's real bad.
Budget, Dimir, Voltron.
And not counting changelings, but there are a few good ones. There's not very many blue-black dragons that are good.
There's a couple.
There's a couple, yeah. Not enough for this deck.
Blue-black, Dimir, Voltron, Dragon Tribal. Get in my deck.
It's horrible.
Fine, read the next one.
Card is horrible. Obstacle Ghost Council. 1 black, white for a 5/5. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 2 life. You gain 2 life. At the beginning of your end step, you can choose to exile it. If you do, at the beginning of your next upkeep, return it. It gains haste, and obviously you get the ETB again.
So this isn't the best Orzhov General, but gosh darn it, it's a good budget one.
It's a very good budget one. I mean,
you play instant speed board wipes.
It's hard to answer.
Yes, does not get answered by board wipes. Sorcery speed removal.
Route is very
Route is good for you to play. You flash it in, and then Obsidian comes out unblockable.
I mean, it's a big hitter. It's still a big hitter.
Yes, I would want to play probably Vidalcan Orrery in this deck.
No, knowing this card wasn't standard.
Super annoying. Because if you want to bring Obsidat back with Whip of Erebos, you can replace it with that. So cheat him out, and then if he would die or something, like with Animate Dead.
He was even good before that.
Like, well, even if you want to just Animate Dead from your own graveyard, like, okay, cool, exile it. Animate Dead falls off. We don't have that caveat anymore.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even think about that, but that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was saying anything like that, where it would affect how Obsidat leaves.
Obsidaddy.
Obsidaddy, Ghost Dad, who are now dead. Rest in peace, Ghost Dad.
R.I.P. dead guys who are dead again.
R.I.P. IP?
Rest in peace. It's weird.
Pepperoni.
Killing a spirit is a weird concept. You're literally killing a dead person.
No, remember, haven't you watched, I almost said Coco, the movie?
Yeah.
You kill
Super death.
It's super death.
Super death.
Watch our review of Oko. Watch our review of Coco to learn what super death is.
Oko is the movie where he goes to the underworld and turns everything into elks.
Everything's just an elk. Super elk. Marith, Will of the Wild, is a 0/0 for 3, and he has counters equal to the mana you spent to cast him. So first he enters with 3, and you can pay 1 mana or more, X mana, but X can't be 0. 1 mana or more to either make a token with XX power, deal X damage, or put X +1/+1 counters on target creature.
This is a card that had to be eroded because you could just...
X could be 0. You can make infinite 0/0s, and that's a problem.
Yeah, that was real dumb. That was
Oops.
That was not a smart thing for them to do at all.
No, that was not intended.
That was definitely not intended because you just any payoff for a death trigger and you win. With the card.
So stupid.
It was so stupid. It was such a...
Imagine trying to sit down and play like a real game. There was probably something in the precon that just made you like win the game.
I don't know what it would be, but you could
like,
just...
Vicious Shadows. Like, that's pretty good. It's like, you're dead right now. Oh, okay.
Or when when a creature enters the battlefield, draw a card. It's like, okay.
Gotcha.
Pay 0 mana, draw a card?
It seems good.
I always want to try play 0 mana, draw 7 cards.
Yeah, so as not eroded, we've talked about this card plenty. It's great.
Yeah.
Eroded,
it's strong.
Fine. It's just fine. It's a Swiss Army knife. It's going to do a lot of different things.
It combos well with things like, what is that? Cathars Crusade. It's very good.
Yeah, Cathars Crusade, I don't even know if it's that budget anymore. I don't even think the card's that good. But it goes good with this budget card.
I think Cathars Crusade is good in the decks it's good in, but it's a card that gets put in too many decks.
Well, it's overplayed.
That's what I'm saying. I said
okay.
I said it a little different.
Sure.
Like when it's good in the deck, it's usually very good in that deck.
Like with Gave, we talked about
with Gave,
on the last episode of ranking every commander.
Yeah.
Well, we rank every commander.
Exactly. Gave is a perfect example where it's like, it's amazing in that deck. That card belongs in that deck. If you're playing non-combo kick card deck, awesome in that deck.
Pretty sweet.
I like cards like that. I like cards that don't. I hate when people overplay them, but I like cards that go in specific decks. Like this is a card that is super medium.
You know what you need to do.
But when you put it in the right deck, it is top of the line.
Sweet. Yeah, Marath, it's pretty awesome. Linvala the Preserver. She's a 6 mana 5/5 with flying, and then when she enters the battlefield, if an opponent has more creatures than you make a 3/3 flying angel token, and if an opponent has more life than you make a 5 life.
Flying angel token.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet because it doesn't matter which opponent has what. Someone's probably gonna have more life than you, and someone's probably gonna have more creatures than you.
Yeah, I put this in the list for BZ.
Yeah, I love this card. The art is so good too.
The art's good. I don't think this card's very good personally at all.
I think it's a fine mono white mid-range flicker commander. There's not many mono white commanders. This is one of the best mono white commanders.
That's not true.
Name 6 better mono white commanders.
I don't want to, but I think there is 6.
In my head, it's like Elishnorn, Oketra. This is up there.
I don't agree with you.
I don't know. Let's go look them up because I don't like.
I think you're biased.
I might be, but I can't. There's just not many mono white commanders that are good.
Like here we go.
There's like SRAM is good. Teshar is good.
Avacyn's a better commander.
Odric, Balan are better. But some of these are just kind of whatever.
I don't like. There's so many more I want to list that you're just gonna be like no, but
yeah, probably.
I legit think they're better. I think you're really biased. I think it's.
I just don't. I'm not saying Linvala's good at all.
Linvala just does nothing. Like a lot of I'd rather have Lyra.
Lyra? No way. I would so much rather have Linvala.
Legitimately would rather have Lyra.
Why?
Just pump my angels, give them lifelink. It seems like a better deck.
But you get to gain 5 right away with Linvala.
Yeah, get out of here.
I don't understand. I do
You
want
get
to
to potentially gain like 12 right away.
I do want to get through this list though. So let's read the next card, and you're gonna do it.
Odric, Master Tactician. Oh, I don't know which one this is.
Uh-huh.
I forgot. You
Yes.
gotta pull it up.
No.
I don't know which one it is.
4 mana, 3/4 first strike. When you attack with 4 creatures, including this, you get to control combat.
I forgot which one it was.
I don't know how.
So you get to control how creatures block, which is really good when you're attacking, turns out.
It's really bad every other time. I don't know why I even said that. It's just this card's fine. It's aggressive.
I think this card's better than Lavala.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Maybe.
I just don't think Lavala's good at all.
At all?
I'm
What's bad about it?
I think I'm down on the card. I think that you like it so much, it makes me like it so much.
Probably, because it's just a rock-solid fine card. It's not very great. It just does things, though. You're saying it does nothing. It's 8 power and 5 life.
5 life is irrelevant.
2 bodies?
The 2 bodies is relevant.
It leaves something even... that's the one you're going to get more.
Ugh, I don't know. I just don't like the card.
I'm aware.
Gadwick the Wizened.
Wizened?
The Wizened. I call him the Wizened because it says Wiz in it.
X blue for 3/3. When he enters the battlefield, draw X cards, and whenever you cast a blue spell, you get to tap a non-land permanent.
So he's a solid commander if you want to draw a lot of cards. You can play a lot of artifacts, ramp.
No, the cool part about this guy is you can just bounce him back to your hand, draw more cards later.
That's true. I didn't even
play
think
him
of
for 4 mana, draw 1 card, and then later just bounce him.
That is pretty cool.
This card's awesome. I really like Gadwick. Additionally, there's Torbrand, who makes your red spells deal 2 more. There's
Torbrand might be $1.62.
Yorvo, who's terrible, who gets counters and is big fat green stompy. And there's also, oh god, the Queen.
Yeah, the Queen is
about white creatures attacking.
The Queen is really bad.
Don't play that card. But Ayara is the other one.
Ayara is really good.
She can sacrifice black creatures to draw cards and drain your opponents.
Yeah, that one's actually
Gadwick,
really good.
by far the best one. That's what we're officially backing. That's the horse we're backing.
Now these ones are definitely all under $1 because I think Torbrand is like $1.60.
He might be above.
I would have broke the bank there.
But the uncommon legends from Throne of Eldraine as well.
The Sirs. Sir Conrad is the best one of these.
5 mana, 5/4. When a creature dies, whenever another creature dies, or a creature leaves your graveyard, or a creature is put into a graveyard from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I don't think it even says die. I think it says
when it's put from anywhere. Yeah.
Whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from anywhere,
or a creature leaves your graveyard, or
each opponent loses a life. I don't think there's
each opponent loses a life. I don't. You know what it does on screen. Pay 2. Each player mills 1.
Yep. This card is just strong.
It's going to deal a bajillion damage. 4 players is a lot of players. You're going to hit at least 1 creature every time, which is 3 damage per creature you hit.
I feel like this card's got to be so good in Brawl.
Good in Brawl. Good in regular Commander.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a good budget card because you can go to your store right now and probably get this for like literally 25 cents or like 50 cents.
Or get it in the draft chaff pile that somebody left behind.
Yeah, you can just go get this card and start building your deck with it. And you don't need crazy good cards in this deck. You can
really
just make
don't.
a cool deck with it.
You can just build around this card. The other ones, there's a 4/4 first strike for 5. No one cares. 2/2 that pumps things for 2. No one really cares.
Well, I mean, the mono white one, he can at least be a tokens commander because he gives all your creatures +1/+1.
Yeah, I mean that's like super budget, but sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean
the red one can ping and actually start drawing cards.
I want to be clear about my problem with that deck because somebody mentioned it. One of our friends mentioned playing it and started building a version of the deck. The problem with that deck is if you don't have your commander, every card in your deck is horrible.
Oh, where you have Circara deal multiple damage, so you can impulse a bunch of cards.
Yeah, but you don't need to have Circara. You can just have like a card that that reads weird, like that deal 1 damage to each opponent, and then you'd be like, oh, get my trigger out of it, or deal play like a shock effect. Because the shock ends up being an effect that lets you look at the top card.
Oh, it's her or a red instant or sorcery?
Yeah.
Ah.
So you end up with a terrible deck that if they kill Circara, you're like,
uh-oh.
Shock?
It's a 5 mana. It's a 5 mana creature that doesn't do anything right away.
Yeah, this is trouble with her.
And the blue one, I mean, hey, that's probably the second best one because it's a big attacker that just draws a card when it enters.
Yeah.
If you got super budget and you just open a bunch of throne packs, play Sir Elenda or whatever the heck that card's called, and just Eleonora, I think, and just have a 7/4 that draws you a card.
Yeah, she's perfectly fine.
Harder to spot removal too.
You got a big. She attacks big. She can be a 3-hit.
She attacks big.
She attacks big.
You want words, data, languager. You got to read the next one.
Oh, I don't know what he.
Yes, you do. It does the same thing every other Jund commander does.
It costs 2 and Jun, the Shattergang brothers. I don't know what their power toughness is.
Who cares? Let's just skip it.
It just doesn't matter.
Let's just
here.
skip it.
It just doesn't matter. They're goblin brothers.
It's just 2 brothers.
It's just called 2 brothers.
You can sacrifice an artifact, everybody else has to. Sacrifice an enchantment, everybody else has to. Sacrifice a creature, everybody else has to.
1 in the black, 1 in the green, 1 in the red.
2 in a black, 2 in a green, 2 in a red. It's
That's
worse than that.
That's what I meant.
Whee! Okay, this card's fine. We're talking budget. We're hating on it in Commander, but we're talking about budget. It's probably fine. There's plenty of not garbage, but throwawayable artifacts and enchantments you can play.
Like just an example of a great card in this deck, Ichor Wellspring.
Ichor Wellspring, Guild Globe, even stuff like Vessel of Nascency, just off the top of my head.
Chromatic Star.
Enchantment creatures, then you can have an option.
There's just a
Nyx
lot.
Weaver, great.
There's lots of great things that when they die, you just get a great effect. So you want to just play those.
In my head, the budget there's a tree. The budget version of this deck is super endearing, and I'd like to see it. And the real version of this deck, I could care less about, and I want to go away. maybe that's how I really feel. I just needed to say that.
What's next?
6 mana 5/5 flyers. I'm a sucker for a 6 mana 5/5 flyer that makes tokens that also have flying. You can pay 1 in a red to pump your dragons +1/+0, all of them. And whenever you enter whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, you make a 5/5 dragon token.
Whenever a non-token dragon enters the battlefield.
Duh.
Because if it wasn't,
Obviously, guys, come on.
that's one of those wordings that I could see them messing up, and then
because they messed up Marath and Hostage Taker and all that crap.
Yeah, so it's just like it's one word away from being.
It is one word.
Away from being infinite.
In a budget environment, I like this card a lot. There's so many budget dragons. There's a million changelings that are super cheap. 1 or 2 mana dragons. Make a 5/5. If your opponents are playing this non-super board wipe heavy meta, this will just dominate people.
Yeah, I've seen it dominate when we have lots of board wipes in our meta. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just make like 10 bajillion.
Sometimes you just go Lathless, 3 dragons, go, and everyone's like, I can't kill all those. I can kill one of them, and then everyone's like, it doesn't matter.
It still leaves 15. There's power behind.
10 5/5s. It doesn't matter which one you kill, and then just swing it all in.
And you make that noise go.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, especially when you give all your dragons haste. Super strong, the best dragon tribal commander.
Mono red for sure.
What about in general?
In general,
I don't know. Maybe Ur Dragon's better. That Eminence ability is pretty sweet.
It's real good.
Being in 5 colors also helps. So maybe Lathless top 3 dragon commander.
That's that for now. We have more.
We can really throw them off with this list, but I feel like we've done at least 20, like a page and a half here on our script that doesn't exist, and I think we can come back to this. Budget bombs as well. We plan on reaping for as many views as we possibly can get.
We're definitely going to come back. We're definitely going to do more commanders. I think next week we're going to try.
No, I think we're doing next week, finish up the commanders, and then we'll finish up budget bombs for good for the time being with a budget bombs balling on a budget bomb deck.
Balling on a budget bomb deck. Special shout outs to our 30
or
is it 31?
It's 30 patrons.
I didn't look today.
It's 30 patrons. But we will double check while you shout out a patron at random.
Shouting out a patron at random. I want to shout. Well, we have to shout out all the new ones.
That we do, my friend.
So let's shout out the new ones to start.
That we do.
There's 30 patrons. Special shout outs to all of them. We love them all as much as we can without making them uncomfortable.
We got 2 newbies to shout out. JD and Riggs. Welcome aboard.
Those are names.
Bam.
Somebody joined. I said somebody joined the Discord, one of the new guys, and you can't tell because their names are both. I sent out a Discord link to the new people, and then they join, and they don't have the same name on Discord as they do in the.
No one ever does, which is fine. I love trying to figure out puzzles.
It's just like he joined, and I'm like, thanks. I'm like, welcome. I think I said, and he goes, word. Yeah. I'm like, what? How do I respond to that?
When I hear the name Riggs, I think of the main character of Saw 3, I believe, or maybe Saw 4. I'm gonna final answer Saw 4 because Saw 1 was its own thing, Saw 2 was terrible, and Saw 3 was Jeff trying to find his daughter. So Saw 4, taking place at the same time as Saw 3, was with the Officer Riggs.
Okay, thanks for that.
I think we can just skip the shout out then because that was pretty darn good.
You gotta shout out one of a random patron though.
Okay, randomly. Riggs.
Wow.
I thought I already shouted you out. Okay.
What are the odds of that? I mean, it's completely
1
random.
in 30. Am I right, guys? Okay, that was it. If you want to buy these cards, do it on TCG Player. But don't just do it on TCG Player. Do it on the link in the description that leads to TCG Player because once you use that magical link that links directly to our wallets and our hearts, Buy whatever you want, and we will be happy.
Sometimes BZ really just free rolls it.
And just go for it.
You can really tell because like he just goes like, when you use that link to our hearts.
Yeah.
it's like let me just fix that.
Not just any old link. It's a link between our hearts.
But thanks everyone for watching. We love doing these videos. We love making this podcast.
We love it more than anything. I would just sit down here all day than do this if I could.
I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that we were already running long, we would have had another 20 commanders to talk about. But we're running long.
Oh, running long.
Yeah.
They said running along. I'm like, running along doing what?
If this episode wasn't going to run to like 2 hours, which it would have if we had done all the commanders we have.
Sure, assuredly, it would have been 2 hours for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, we got an emergency video to record after this anyway.
Yeah,
we got to put out Mono Black Devotion deck tech for tomorrow instead of Monday.
Mono Black. Well, let's be clear. That's what is the deck tech? Pioneer,
not just any stupid devotion deck.
But I think next week we're gonna do another. We're gonna try and do a tune-up next week.
I can dig it.
Okay, so we're heading out. Thank you for watching. Love y'all. Peace out, Tribe Scout.